So are you a Christian?
Here's another thing. Jesse, I was raised a Catholic. And there's a lot
I read that.
a lot of questions in that. Then when I came to LA, I was raised by my mother, God rest her soul, and my father, very good moralistic people, Catholic, Irish, Philly. So I went to Catholic school my whole life, the only person in my family. And then when I got out, I was like, so then I came to LA and Hollywood, and I went on my journey, and I wasn't crazy, but I was definitely like, I had nuns, a lot of nuns that raised me. So I was very under the thumb.
Right.
So I wasn't exactly what I call a Catholic once I came to LA, but I was a good person, you know what I mean? That became like a holiday Catholic where I'd go to church on holidays and stuff. So then I just didn't do nothing with any organized religion for a long time. As you know, in LA, people say you're spiritual and pray to bark and all this shit. Can I say shit? I'm sorry if I do.
No, you can say.
And then Jesse, only in the last 4 years have I got into some stuff. I don't even say it's religion. All I'm gonna say is that I see Satan everywhere, like in all this imagery, and I see so much dark world stuff that I'm like, that phrase, stay prayed up, like I kind of believe that now. So I don't know what I am, but I definitely believe that there's some dark forces out there, and I low-key believe we're in a spiritual warfare. But if you say that, people call you crazy.
Yeah. Can you give me an example of the dark spirits you see?
Look at the music business. Look at artists who started out happy and chill. I talk about on my podcast. I love Doja Cat. She's just this beautiful girl from the Valley, kind of a hippie, started out really chill, catchy, fun, really accessible music. By her second or third album, she's literally saying she's the devil, the devil, literally dressed as the devil, red, dark, like, here's the thing, this is how they get you. It's not the people like this that I'm worried about, like, rah, rah. It's the people that sing light poppy hits.
Right.
That's how they get you, because that's what we call the devil next door. So do I think it's all cosplay, meaning she's doing it to make record sales and stuff? Maybe, but there's so many artists. Just look at the music business. There's 10 artists you can point out right now who started one way and completely have become another thing.
So what causes people to start out one way and become evil?
I mean, I don't want to say she's evil. I don't want to, I don't know her. She seemed like she was a sweet, cool chick.
But those that
she's
do, I don't know her, but
like,
those that go from starting out right to get into all this dark stuff.
Well, let's go deeper, right? I mean, where are we talking about here? So it's like, they literally said, the first time you ever heard that was Robert Johnson, where he said, he went down and made the deal with the devil. Remember Robert Johnson, the original like jazz man?
Oh.
So if you believe that lore, there's that, and then there's, Bob Dylan was on 60 Minutes, and he said, I made a deal with the big man, the chief. If you look that up, so the thing is that people want to be successful,
right?
So they'll do anything. And so that's the whole thing that's going on right now in our world. You got, the Epsteins and the different music people, but the music, in my opinion, the music business is the gateway to the darkest stuff in our business.
Yeah, I've always heard that music and acting and things like that is a way into the gates of hell, that it ended up like that. You have to be really careful.
Well, here's the thing. It's like they changed the megahertz of music in like the 40s. Yeah. And so the frequency changed. And so if you believe this stuff, but you can look it up, that it literally has this subliminal effect. And so it's kind of hypnotic. So the messages that could be put in there are in there. So if you believe that there's a way to get to people's minds, music could be the easiest way. So why do these people change? It's because they got to get the message out for Satan. And I know I sound crazy saying that, but it's just a lot. Look at it everywhere. Yeah. Sex is everywhere. Like, remember sex used to be hidden?
Right.
Like, be sexual, that's fine. I went to the Playboy Mansion a lot. It was fun, but I see crazier stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
How badly do you want to succeed in what you're doing, comedy and acting? How badly do you want it?
I mean, I'm very fortunate. I think I've made a name for myself, so I'm kind of did it. You know what I mean? So people know me. I
Right.
can always do more, but the whole business has changed so much that it kind of just bums me out. Like, I'm hearing all these, like, I've never seen anything weird. I've seen sex, fun, you know, like hot tub, fun stuff, whatever, consensual between adults, some drugs, you know, fun time, all night parties. I've never seen anything nefarious.
Right.
And so you wouldn't even hear about that until like 5 years ago. And I'm like, is that? So you start hearing this shit. I never wanted it that bad. I always believed that you could hustle and grind and you get to this place where your talent wins over. But that's like one piece of it.
Can you walk away from it? Let's say that these people get mad at you, they want to ban you, all that stuff. They do, right? Are you able to walk away from it and still maintain peace?
It's a really great question. I'm getting there. Like, I've done enough things where I feel like I've made a mark on the pop culture lexicon, and I'm pretty happy with what I've done. Do I want to do more? Of course, you know.
Right.
My heroes are Clint Eastwood and, you know, these guys in their 90s. So I want to do it until I'm done. But if if the business keeps going the way it is and getting exposed as dirtier and grimier, and it is a turnoff. And also, independent media like yourself and everyone else is disrupting it, so the eyeballs are different.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I used to run. Disney had 3 studios in the early 2000s, and I'd read for 2 comedies a day, 4 days a week. I'd read for 8 movies.
Right
now
on.
they've got 1 studio and they make 5 movies a year, if that.
Amazing.
So it's just a different business.
And so I want to move on to so much more I want to talk to
Go
you
for
about,
it.
but
Let me take this down.
when you first arrived in Hollywood, what was it like then and what is it like now in comparison? Just a couple simple things.
I lived in North Hollywood. First of all, I remember the weather. It was always warm.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
That's one thing I loved about California when I moved in too, the weather and the palm trees.
All same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
So the weather, the palm trees, and it was never cold.
Yeah.
And
You
I
know,
literally
black people don't like it cold anyway.
and I was riding down Sunset. I got off the bus, and I remember I saw 2 girls in neon, like with big butts on roller skates and like aerobic gear, like
Yeah.
a movie. They were on Sunset Boulevard. So I was like, this is like the movies. So I just remember it was innocent. Although I will say that I did come out here at the end of the freeway shootings. There were freeway shootings, but
Right. I
you'd heard
remember
about
that.
it. Remember
Yeah.
the late 80s?
Yeah,
But
I
it was
remember that.
it was quick and done.
Yeah.
Then we also had, you know, gangs. There was a big thing.
Yeah.
But that stayed in a certain area. And then we were in North Hollywood. So do I remember? I just remember how much it was. I hate to say it like an old lady, but it was simpler. You know what I mean?
was.
Like you could.
No, it was.
You get a book. You learn about what agents are. You meet a guy. You take headshots. You try an acting class. You go out. You go to the taco stand and you mingle and you talk to people. And it was a simpler time of you do this, to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this, and then maybe you'll start getting on. And that's how it started.
Yeah.
And now, I wouldn't know if I was 20 years old or I started when I was 18. So if I was 18 just coming out here now,
Yeah.
the path would be completely
Totally
different.
different.
And it's like, how are you? You have to be in a movie that makes us stink. Like, what original movies are humongous now? Maybe Marvel. Original ideas. That's the thing is everything we do new movies. Now I feel like everything is somewhat remade.
Amazing.